Hello, everyone, and welcome to UniVoyage. Just a quick disclaimer that a lot of you guys suggested we would be able to make a more effective connect if I start speaking in Hindi as well. So, throughout this video, I'll try to incorporate Hindi, and you guys can let me know if it's good enough or not. So let's get started now. So hello everyone, welcome to UniVoyage. I'm Aditya Desai, and today we'll be discussing as to what all preparation that you need to do 2 days before the examination. You have your examination day after tomorrow or tomorrow, depends on when you're watching this video. So let's get started. I will personally guide you as to what all I practiced and what all I did during my IPMAT exam as well, the actual exam, and how I managed to clear it. So, Abhi, the lot of you guys might be done with only 70% or 80% of your syllabus, and that is completely all right. I mean, I was literally in the same basket as you guys. I would not claim कि मेरा 95 या 100% हो गया था. Even I managed to finish around 75 to 80% of the syllabus, and I know majority of you might be. So I plan on keeping this a very short video because आपका ज़्यादा time waste नहीं करना है. Alright, so let us start with it. First and foremost, revise and relax.
You need to relax.
Do not bombard yourself with a new topic. Do not bombard yourself with a mock test every now and then. अगर आपको करना है, you can pick up your past year paper so you get an idea as to what all type of questions they're asking, because that is actually what has come in the exam. So you can pick up your past year's paper, but try not to learn something new. Whatever you had to do, you've already done it. So do not worry about that. नेक्स्ट थिंग इज वेक अप अर्ली. आपका बॉडी जो है वो ट्रेन हो गया है फॉर द पास्ट couple of months in the lockdown कि you guys must be studying at night and waking up at 11 o'clock 12 o'clock. तो आपका माइंड इज ट्रेंड कि बॉस मुझे 11 o'clock तक आई बी asleep. ऑलराइट, सो अगर आप नेक्स्ट डे पेपर के टाइम पे यू वेक अप एट 7:30 8 o'clock एंड यू गो एंड गिव द पेपर एट 9 9:30, तो your mind would still be asleep because your mind has been trained in such a manner कि आपको उस टाइम पे 9:30 को आपको नींद ही आएगी. And trust me, a lot of guys face this problem that you had a headache because you're not used to this sleep schedule. You are not used to sleeping so early a day prior. तो difficult हो जाता है. So try to make this schedule 1 or 2 days prior itself. This should have been done a week ago, ideally, but better late than never. Guys, try to get your schedule right. तुम लोग जल्दी सो के try to wake up early so that you can keep your mind fresh when you're giving the actual exam. Again, this goes without saying, follow everything that's given in the hall ticket, consider as your bible. You don't need to ask for anything else. Ideally carry your hall ticket. This is compulsory. Some photo identity card, could be your Aadhaar or whatever you guys use, pan if you guys have already got it. Carry your original one as they might require for verification, and ideally carry a printout as well. Water bottle, mask, sanitizer, and nothing else. Guys, please do not carry any sort of digital watches. Do not carry any pens, paper. सब कुछ वो लोग provide करेंगे. On screen calculator होगा. Do not carry any calculators or electronic devices. See, I'll tell you what happened in my time. This key, when we went to the center, our parents were outside, and we, because I made a mistake of carrying a digital watch. तो उधर दिन मेरे को उतरवाया. So all it does is that वो आपके ऊपर प्रेशर बनाता है, बिकॉज जस्ट बिफोर द एग्जाम आपको अपना माइंड फ्रेश रखना है. आपको माइंड में कुछ भी मतलब अननेसेसरीली ट्रबलसम चीज़ें नहीं करनी है. सो अननेसेसरी वो प्रेशर क्रिएट करता है, व्हेन दे पिक यू आउट ऑफ द क्राउड एंड से कि बॉस आपका वॉच निकालो एंड कीप इट असाइड. दैट इज जस्ट अनोइंग टू बी वेरी ऑनेस्ट. तो डू नॉट डू एनीथिंग लाइक दैट. जितना बोला है जस्ट कैरी ऑल दैट. Then there is fix a method of attempting the paper. आपने obviously you've given a lot of mocks now, so you guys have decided on one particular method as to how you will be approaching the questions. You guys know the general ABC method. A is abhi karo. Whenever you look at the question, you should instantly classify it into three segments. A is abhi karo, B is baad mein karo, and C is chhod do. This is basically A, abhi karo, the questions that you guys know कि भाई ये तो मैं कर ही लूंगा. These are the categories that you're really familiar with, and some similar questions you've solved previously. So agar you think that the question falls in these two criterias, and you can manage to solve it within 40 seconds max to max, then you can do it then and there itself. Go for it. Next thing is बाद में करो. These are the questions that you think you can do and you're familiar with the concepts as well, but आपको लगता है कि इसमें टाइम लगेगा, तो उसको you can keep you उसमें you'll have an option of mark for review and next. तो उसमें you can just mark for review and you can move ahead. Guys, understand this one thing कि do not go for attempting all the questions. C is छोड़ दो. If you're unfamiliar with a particular topic, if you think this is gonna take too long, then just don't bother about solving those questions, क्योंकि बहुत टाइम कंज्यूमिंग होगा एंड उधर बैठ के आपको कुछ रिसर्च नहीं करना है. इफ यू डू नॉट गेट अ क्वेश्चन इन द फर्स्ट ग्लांस इटसेल्फ, जस्ट मूव अहेड. योर लॉट ऑफ यू माइट फील कि हम लोग बहुत सारे क्वेश्चंस छोड़ रहे हैं, बट देयर इज नथिंग यू कैन डू अबाउट इट. इट्स बेस्ट to first do the ones that you really know, and then come back to the ones that are uh, something that you need to work upon. Then again, this goes without saying, short answers है quants में, सब कुछ attempt करो. ठीक है, there is no negative marking. अगर कुछ भी नहीं आ रहा है तो write either 0 या 1, या in logarithms there are three common cases. The answer might be 0 or 1, or the number of terms that that particular question has. So जैसे log a plus log b plus log c ऐसा कुछ में आपका आंसर आ रहा है तो 3 लिख दो आंसर. Just write the number 3 there. तो the idea behind short answers is कि सारे attempt करो. If you do not know anything, just write 1 or 0. अगर मिल गया, you get +4. नहीं मिला, it's fine. Just do not skip any of those questions. There is still an ambiguity कि verbal में theta questions में negative होता है या नहीं. A lot of institutes have mentioned कि theta में negative marking नहीं होता है in parajumble questions, but there is no official communication कि and clarification उस पे कि होता है या नहीं. So I would not comment on that part. Then again, I'll tell you basic tricks कि अगर आपको लग रहा है कि आपका डेटा इंटरप्रिटेशन इज वेरी स्ट्रॉन्ग, यू आर रियली गुड एट परसेंटेजेस एंड यू कैन, एंड इट्स जनरली इजी. मतलब इफ यू लुक एट लास्ट ईयर्स पेपर ऑल्सो, डेटा इंटरप्रिटेशन वाज प्रीटी इजी. तो अगर आपको लग रहा है कि आपके वो क्वेश्चन तो निकल ही जाएंगे, तो इंस्टेड ऑफ स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम द बिगिनिंग, डेटा इंटरप्रिटेशन मैक्सिमम केसेस में एंड में आते हैं. सो यू कैन स्टार्ट फ्रॉम द लास्ट 5 या लास्ट 10 क्वेश्चन. मोस्ट ऑफ, आई मीन मेजॉरिटी केसेस में आपको उधर ही मिल जाएंगे डेटा इंटरप्रिटेशन के क्वेश्चंस. सो कंसिडर दैट. देन नो नीड टू पैनिक, एवरी असिस्टेंस शैल बी प्रोवाइडेड.
Take a little space, chill out.
गाइज, अंडरस्टैंड दिस वन थिंग, आपने 4,000 रुपये भरे हैं इसके लिए. डू नॉट हेजिटेट इन आस्किंग मुझे एक्स्ट्रा शीट्स दो, मुझे पेन दो. द अथॉरिटीज देयर आर जस्ट देयर टू हेल्प यू गाइज आउट. I'll tell you मेरे केस में क्या हुआ था. We basically those guys went through our identity proofs, and then we were allotted a classroom. I mean, it can be a classroom, floor room, and then uh, another, it's, you can call it a classroom only. So udhar we had to go, and udhar desk mein there were computers lined up, and alternately we had to sit because COVID protocols and everything. And they asked us to carry gloves and all as well. But ठीक है, gloves and all is not that important, but mask, please carry it without fail and do wear it. I'll tell you, मेरे को spectacles है. So a lot of you guys might be facing this problem, that I was wearing a mask, and while you breathe, there's an entire fog that gets accumulated on your specs. So I tried to pull my mask down for a couple of, the authorities came and said ki nahi, you cannot put it down, and I'm like, it was creating a fog, but there's something that you cannot do about it. So try to take a surgical mask, especially for the people who have a spectacle. Try to take a surgical mask, or the blue one, and not a very heavy N95 mask, because वरना if you try to breathe ना, तो पूरा fog आपके specs पे आएगा. So this is one tip that I would recommend. Another thing is कि, yeah, as I was mentioning, the authorities there are just there to help you guys out. So आपको कोई भी assistance चाहिए, just speak to them. And then I remember entering my room, उधर आपका photo लेंगे. Okay, they will cross verify your identity along with your IPMAT number, and they'll take a scanned copy of your photo, और वही photo आपको answer sheet में भी दिखेगा when you are giving the exam. So there is, again, this is just a normal process, you don't need to worry about it. Another mistake that I did, not mistake, like, I mean, we were instructed, a lot of you guys might be instructed कि 2 घंटे पहले जाके बैठ जाओ. It is a ridiculous thing to do, trust me, because मैं 2.5 hours पहले जाके बैठ गया था एग्जामिनेशन सेंटर में, एंड all it did was add to my anxiety. Like, you cannot help, you cannot revise anything, you cannot study anything because you have no material. All you can do is just sit there, and if you're sitting idle for a very long time, you might also fall asleep, or you may get sleepy. So मैं बार बार वॉशरूम जाके, I was just washing my face, just so that I don't feel sleepy. So try to reach 45 minutes before the time slot. देखो 30 minutes पहले they might shut the gates or whatever they've instructed, but अगर you're reaching 45 या 1 hour पहले लेके चलो माइंड में, ताकि there's usually a delay of 15 minutes, आपको ट्रैफिक होगा या whatever. And I live in Mumbai, so traffic was inevitable in my case. Yeah, another thing is that I'll talk about, again, it's a specific incident, it may not happen with all of you guys. When I went to the examination center, it was like there were huge ACs around there, and it was really cold. So I specifically faced this problem because I was wearing like a very short sleeve t-shirt. So if you guys feel like very cold easily and all, so there might be these situations, where the examination center is really cold and there are ACs running, and it's a centralized AC system, so you cannot really ask them to stop or increase the temperature or something of that sort. So try to carry a very thin sweater or a jacket or whatever, or a hoodie also works. Um, if it's too cold, so then you guys can wear it and it's good for you. If it's not, though, then nikal do. That's not an issue, right? So this is another personal experience tip that I'll give. Um, Please, guys, understand that you have worked really hard for this, and आपका 2 months, 2 years, for some cases 2 years का जो मेहनत है, this will finally accumulate to what is going to happen in the next 2 days. So stress mat lo. If you have any doubts, all of us at UniVoyage are there to help you guys out. uh, Again, I'd say try to minimize the amount of electronic devices and social media that you use, especially for the next 2 days, because एक बार एग्जाम हो जाने दो, उसके बाद you'll have free time until, of course, cut offs are announced and then interview होता है. But that is something that we'll discuss later. Right now, just try to revise all that you've done. Try to go through the important formulas that you might have listed down, and try to just skim through your basic English stuff, like your phrasal verbs or prepositions or something of that sort. And just be confident in yourself. I know people who are really thorough with everything, but they panicked and they could not get in. And there are people who have just prepared 10-15% and still managed to get in. So I'm not saying that you should fall in that category, but even if you think कि मेरा syllabus खाली 70 to 75% हुआ है, do not take a lot of stress about it, because majority लोगों का उसी रेंज में होता है. I personally would say कि मेरा भी around 75 to 80% ही हुआ था. It's all about how you approach it, how you keep yourself calm, and उधर फिर निकल के when you discuss it with everyone, you feel कि ओ इसका भी वैसा ही गया. So it's not really a big deal. And another thing, yeah, about my experience, we there were shelves on the ground floor, so we were asked to deposit our materials, whatever we'd carried in our bag, in those shelves as well, to make sure that you do not carry very important things, because again वो कोई भी उधर से ले सकता है. So it does not make sense. Try to, मतलब mobile phone I personally carried, because again my mom was waiting outside, so उनको contact करना and all that. But yeah, guys, so it's not really that this is the end of all exams, और बहुत opportunities आएगा. So do not take कि भाई ये तो मतलब do or die situation है. It's not something like that. Just enjoy the experience of this exam, because trust me, for a lot of you guys, you're actually going out of your house for after a couple of months. सो इट्स एन एक्सिलरेटिंग एक्सपीरियंस कि आप लोग इतने टाइम बाद, आई थिंक लास्ट आपने बोर्ड्स दिया होगा, आई थिंक आपके बैच के लिए तो बोर्ड्स भी घर पे ही हुआ था, समथिंग ऑफ दैट सॉर्ट, आई थिंक इट गॉट कैंसल्ड और समथिंग. तो जस्ट इमेजिन कि लास्ट एग्जाम आपने स्कूल में किया था टेस्ट सेंटर पे, एंड नाउ यू आर फाइनली गेटिंग द एक्सपीरियंस ऑफ एक्चुअली गोइंग टू अ टेस्ट सेंटर, sitting down and giving the examination. So पूरा experience enjoy करो, you'll be going out, and just have faith in yourself guys, this is very important. And relax, मतलब relax does not mean कि आप movies देखो या social media पे जाके time pass करो. Just try not to bombard yourself with a lot of new topics right now. और जो टेलीग्राम ग्रुप पे आप टाइम पास चैट करते हो, प्लीज आइदर म्यूट दैट ग्रुप, बिकॉज दैट विल अगेन गिव यू एंग्जाइटी कि कोई होगा टॉपर जो बोलेगा मैंने ये टॉपिक कर लिया, ये टॉपिक कर लिया, एंड यू गाइस विल फील कि आई डू नॉट नो एनी ऑफ दैट. So it will only lead to anxiety. So you guys, even if you want, you can make a social commitment. I want you guys, each and every one of you, to go in the comment section and write down, I will surely crack IPMAT this year. And this is basically like a social commitment to the world that you're making. And 2 days later, or when your results or cutoffs are announced, you will come to this video and you will reply to that, yes, I did. All right. This is a social message that you're sending out and a social commitment that you're making to yourself, not just the world, that I will surely clear IPMAT. Comment this down in the comment section below. And when you guys get selected or converted for the interview round, just reply to that comment, yes, I did. And we guys have absolute faith in you. You are the smartest of the lot. You guys have managed to do and work so hard and so far. So, guys, all the very best. I hope the entire team of UniVoyage was able to guide you and mentor you and help you through this process. We'll come out with review video of the IPMAT exam. So this is ideally our last communication with you guys before the IPMAT. So on behalf of the entire UniVoyage family, I just want to wish you all the very best. And uh, next year आप लोग ही हमारे juniors बन के आओगे इधर. So we are really excited to meet you guys, and stay safe. Make a social commitment in the comments below, and I will see you guys the next time. All the very best, guys. Stay safe. All the very best. Nail the exam.